Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the Swaggy Swan family channel. All right, so we're gonna go over how I take care of my son's 4C hair. The purpose of this video will be to show you the 4C curly hair routine I have for him, which works for him, or if your child has 4C natural hair, this should be helpful to show you what it all takes to maintain this. I do not only just get questions about little girls' hair, I get a lot of questions about boys' hair. I mean, hair is hair, so gender doesn't really matter, but obviously the routine and stuff that you can do will probably be a little bit different. So this is London's hair. London does have some color at the top of his hair. He's had it for a couple of months now. He's been requesting it for like the last probably year and a half to 2 years, really. This was a really trendy look, and he was asking me if he could do it. So I told him that this past summer he could get color in his hair. Then he decided before going back to school that he just wanted to keep it, and we were fine with that because he's been taking care of his hair. So I don't mind. So as you can see there, this is what happens with color. You have to be very careful because it can be very, very, very drying for the hair. So if you allow your son to get color in their hair for this look, you're definitely gonna wanna maintain some type of routine because color can be, again, very damaging if the hair is not moisturized and kept well. So we're gonna go over what we kind of do. So generally we'll book an appointment with London's barber. He's been going to this barber, I think, since he was maybe like 2. And London is now 9. So we built a great relationship with him. I will leave his information in the description box. He is excellent. So with that being said, he goes ahead and he starts on London's hair. Kind of what we do to prep his head prior to coming. London is very tender-headed, very, very tender-headed. He's always been like that. And when he was little, he had a whole lot of hair on his head, similar to his sister Savannah. But we cut it because he just could not, no matter what I tried. It was becoming stressful for him. So we did cut his hair. So he has this look that he usually goes for where he gets it curled on top. But prior to coming to the barber, I like to put detangler in his hair and I pick it out because, you know, the barber will start off on 4C hair and pick it out themselves with a pick comb. You can get a pick comb from a local beauty supply store, or even Walmart has them, and I just pick his hair out to kind of prep it so that it's not bad when he goes in and it doesn't hurt as bad, because the barbers do not use detangler, okay? They just don't. They're just gonna pick that hair out, and the child's either gonna cry or they just have to get over it. So that's how I prep his hair. He comes in and his barber starts his magic. So London's barber usually starts off with his sides and all around, not the top area, and the length of his clippers that he uses on London's hair is usually a 1 or a 1.5. So if you are uncertain on what to ask for, you can specify that if you're trying to go for this look, or usually you can just show them a picture and they can achieve the look that you're desiring for your child. So after he's tapered up, and that's what it's called, tapered up the sides and the back, he sprays the top of his hair because then he's going to go ahead and work on that. Now, I do know that a lot of barbers are using the curl brush or twist brush, which is like a foam looking brush on the top of kids' heads. I really like that London's barber actually is using one that is metal. You can get this online for yourself if you want to order it for your home. As you can see here, it has the metal in the middle, and the explanation for that he explained very well was because if you really think about it, those foam brushes that a lot of the barbershops use, they're really unsanitary because they're using it on every kid's head or every grown adult's head. And really and truly, that's really not a great practice. So if it's something you want to request from your barber, you can see if you can, or maybe even bring your own. But if you really think about the sanitation part of it, you would definitely want it to be metal because they can then clean it and sanitize it efficiently after each use. So definitely something to think about. But that's what that device is that you saw him using at the top of his hair. It's just to achieve maximum curl and twisting volume on the top of the hair for styles like these. And once he's done with curling the top of London's hair, he then begins with lining him up. So lining him up means he needs to go ahead and clean all that up. If you see London's hairline, his hair has since grown and it's time to get that nice and fresh look. So that's what his barber takes his time to do next. So voila, you can see there, he's lining it up really nicely, crisp, really good look. And you want to make sure the barber that you bring your child to is not cutting your child. I know a lot of people assume that that's just a part of the process. Sometimes you'll have some nicks. London's barber has never cut him, which is excellent. I really, again, like this barber. It's great to establish a relationship with your child's barber. If you're not bringing your child to a barber because you actually know how to cut their own hair or do all of this, it's still good to have, you know, sanitary practices and to really still take care of the hair and do a lot of the things that I've discussed today to prep the hair before getting it cut, whether it's you doing it or you bringing your child to a barber. So I hope this information is extremely helpful so far and you're able to take some notes, because again, boys' hair is just as important as girls' hair. Also, look at this barbicide. It's a disinfectant. It's rid of fungus and viruses. Look for that in your barber's section of equipment, just to make sure that they do have that present, because it shows that they're cleaning their stuff and you want to hope they are. If you experience where you've brought your child to a barber and they have some type of breakout or they catch some type of infection, I would encourage you not to go back to that barber, because that would have a lot to do with if their tools are sanitary or not. So definitely something to consider. I know barbershops can be found everywhere and it's really convenient, especially if you don't know what to do with your son's 4C, 4B hair, or even 3C hair, 3A, to just go to any barber shop. But these are certain things you want to look for to make sure. You want to look for licensing, lots of different key points when you walk into a barber shop, because you're putting your child's hair in someone else's hands and you want to make sure it's a professional and non-traumatizing experience. So now you can see his barber is just going through and continuing with freshening up his hair, making him look really, really good. London always looks real serious when he goes to the barber. So by the end of the video, you guys will see him actually smile. He's not mad or anything, but he's just like really serious about his cuts. So he always has that face. Once your child's haircut is pretty much done, the barber should take some type of alcohol and go ahead and put that on the lining of the hair. I think they do that also for sanitary purposes and just to cleanse it up really nice. And that's pretty much what his barber is doing here. And once he's complete, he'll usually go around the neck area also, and he'll take off the gown. And if you saw that yellow hose, it's to get rid of any hair that was on London's shirt. They blow it off. So voila, that's the finished look. But this is very important. You don't stop there. When your child gets home, either if they're old enough to wash their hair like London is, you have them wash their hair, or you have to wash your child's hair. You just have to do that. First of all, they have all types of hair on them, you know, probably still and loose hair, and you just want to give it a nice, good wash. So London here is using the Shea Moisture Chamomile shampoo that I also use in Savannah's hair. I usually put that on the top of his hair for him, and in the shower he knows how to wash his own hair. He really knows how to get in there with his hands. I've taught him, so I don't have to monitor him. He washes his hair really well, and his scalp, which is also very important. And you definitely want to have them wash their hair. Don't worry about the curls being an issue and not coming back. When you hydrate the curls, they should take form again to how the barber did it, or again you can have that tool I was telling you on hand. This is the Curl Love Moisture Milk. It's a rice milk and macadamia oil. You guys have seen me use that before. It's by Camille Rose. And then some Eco Professional Styling Gel with argan oil in it, alcohol free. So these two products are really great, especially for the style London has. After his shower, I'll take some of that rice milk moisturizer, put it all throughout his hair, because remember, color again is very drying. So even if your child doesn't have color, I encourage you to go ahead and add a moisturizer to their hair after they've washed it. I do that and I really smooth it in and get it in there. I don't neglect the sides of his hair. Even though the hair is low there, I make sure to moisturize that as well. So once you've moisturized their hair really, really well with a great moisturizer, you should see that the hair is vibrant and popping and actually responding to that. And London's hair responds really well to moisturizer, again, because it is similar to like a 4B, 4C. His curl pattern is right there. You can kind of see it in there. It curls up really, really tightly, but also the thickness of it is extremely thick and full. So after the moisturizer, I just add the gel. The gel I add because it helps lock in the style, and it also helps for the curls to pop, is what I call it. So I just add some of that Eco Styler gel that has argan oil in it, which is also great. And he also can do that in the morning on his own. He knows how to do his hair to his liking, which is awesome. So I encourage you, teach your children, probably even at about the age of 6, you can teach them to get into a routine on how to take care of their hair type. With boys, it's a little bit easier because if they have shorter lengths, they can kind of maintain that on their own with your help at times. But add some of that nice gel there. Just that amount is good. And I put it in, and as you can see, it helps the hair to curl back up. And like I said, if you have that curl brush, now if you have your own foam curl brush, of course that's not an issue because you're only using it on your child's head. You could then use that at this point to help curl up the hair. But me, I'm just using my fingers. And as you can see, his hair is starting to get nice and shiny and moisturized. And generally, as a last thing, I would just add authentic Jamaican black castor oil to his scalp. That's just going to help promote nice, healthy hair growth, stimulate the hair. And that's pretty much it. So his routine is not too complex. And on the days, obviously, he doesn't go to the barber every week. I have him go to the barber probably every 2.5 to 3 weeks. And for upkeep, and other than that, we just moisturize and use Eco Styler gel and authentic Jamaican black castor oil throughout his hair during the week, and he's good. Voila. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions, definitely head over to our Instagram. You can hop in my DMs and you can ask me some questions about 4C or 4B hair or your son's hair, whatever their hair type is. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. You can see more great kids natural hair care videos, lifestyle videos, everything. Alrighty guys, God loves you all and take care.